Hey, how you doing? It's David Duford here at Buy Life Insurance for Burial, where on this YouTube channel I help answer what questions that you may have about buying life insurance for yourself or a loved one. And in today's video, I'm specifically going to be discussing 3 tips that can help you lower and get a more competitively priced life insurance program, no matter what kind of life insurance you're looking for. So the purpose I'm putting this together today for you is because there's not a lot of information available for people that are interested in buying life insurance, that want to make sure that whatever they end up purchasing is the best overall value that they can possibly get. And so the purpose of this video is to help answer some of the more common and I would say distinct ways that you can get a more competitively priced life insurance product to make sure you're not overpaying by the tunes of hundreds, if not thousands a year. I've seen all sorts of different products in my tenure in this business since 2011, and clients with premiums that were just ridiculous, that never should have been purchased, or products that were incorrectly done, and they weren't aware of the different benefits that were out there that could have gotten them a much better overall package. So let's get to the tips. So the first tip is to work with a broker. Now, this is critical. I think of all the different elements to help save you and give you the best package, working with a broker to me is absolutely the most vital, and here's why. There's generally 2 different kinds of life insurance agents in the market. You've got what we call our independent agents, and then you've got what we call our brokers, independent broker, exchangeable words, and then we have what's called captive agents. The main difference between captive agents and brokers is that captive agents usually just represent one company, whereas brokers or independent agents represent many. Now, why should this matter to you? Well, a lot of people who apply for life insurance may have had health issues, may have had health incidences in their lives. Maybe they work a dangerous profession or participate in a hobby that is also a little bit higher risk. Each insurance company, while they have very similar life insurance products, generally have different sets and standards of underwriting. What ends up happening is that if you work with an agent who only represents one company and you find out your life insurance premium was rated up due to, say, something like diabetes or high blood pressure or something like that, and you end up getting declined, sometimes even, you may think that your only options for coverage are with this one particular company. Whereas with a broker, what we do that's unique relative to captive insurance companies is we take your unique health profile. We collect all the information to figure out where you stand from a health perspective, what health conditions you have, if any, your lifestyle, any medications you might take. And then we go to our list of life insurance companies and see out of all of those selections which one we think would do the best job by us in helping you get the best value life insurance plan. The outcome with working with a broker is that you have a much higher likelihood of successfully getting approved for life insurance much more often, at a better price, and usually at more coverage relative than what you would find through a one-trick pony type of life insurance setup. So that's step 1, work with a broker, give yourself the best overall chances and best overall options for good value of coverage. Number 2 is that you also want to consider taking an exam when you apply for life insurance, and here's why. Now, over the past 10, 15 years, there's been a slew of life insurance products on the market that are so-called non-medical life insurance exams, or what we call simplified issue life insurance. The concept behind the exams are very good in the sense that in order to get apply for life insurance, customarily you would do an examination. This would involve with blood withdrawal, a physical, a health questionnaire, as well as pulling doctor's records. The process takes a while. It can be a month to 2 months, sometimes longer, depending on the circumstances, before a decision is even issued. And it may be issued differently or adversely than what you would expect or want. Whereas with simplified issue products, they don't look nearly as close in some circumstances to your health, but the turnaround time is much faster. Why? Because there's no examinations involved. So what's the advantages, if any? Well, besides convenience to a simplified issue product, there's very little advantages, in my opinion, if your health is in good shape. You see, when I applied for my life insurance policy, I opted for an exam. The reason is that I was a little heavier than I was now, so I had to worry about my weight, but I wasn't on any medications. I haven't had any health problems. And the way I looked at applying for life insurance is that, well, I want to make sure what I buy is the best value that I can get. And when compared to simplified issue products of the same amount of coverage, I was going to end up paying well over $1,000 more a year for the same exact thing, just for the convenience of not getting an exam. Doesn't make much sense. So reason I explain this to you is that you need to think about this too. Why would you want to spend a tremendous amount more in life insurance coverage than you necessarily have to? You can pick up a life insurance policy that is a good value, take a one-time exam, and save a tremendous amount of money. Again, just like working with a broker, opting for an exam, always asking for an exam-based policy is the best course of action, with the exception if there are circumstances to where maybe you've had some considerable health problems or a few health issues. You'll have to talk with us at Buy Life Insurance from Burial. We can help guide you on that. But those would be exceptions to that rule. But if you're in generally good shape, it's better to pursue an exam than not. Tip number 3 is that if you're looking at life insurance, you may want to consider, you may be considering term insurance versus permanent life insurance, such as whole life or universal life. The best value, that's subjective. I should say the best price for the amount of coverage you'll get is with a term life insurance plan. Term life insurance is generally about 5 to 10 times less expensive than permanent life insurance if you have equivalent amounts of coverage. And with most people's goals being income protection if one passes before retirement, or debt obligation coverage, say for mortgage protection, you don't want your mortgage to fall into the laps of your survivors and have struggled paying, trying to pay it and keep the home. A term insurance plan is something that makes sense. So you may want to consider term life insurance instead of permanent life insurance. If you're looking for less coverage, or I should say less price, and keeping it down in that range. But make sure that sometimes people will eventually want whole life insurance or some kind of permanent protection. So make sure any term insurance you look at has what's called a conversion rider, so that you can opt to take some of that term insurance and convert it to whole life, the kind that will stick around regardless of what age you get to, because that's the downside of term insurance. You could outlive the coverage and be in a circumstance into where you just don't have coverage when you need it. I hope this video was helpful to you. I've actually got two or three more tips that I want to share with you on my website, and more ways that you can get a more competitive rates. This is just kind of an entry-level video to explain the details. Here's what I want you to do to learn a little bit more. If you click on the link below, it's going to take you to my webpage that's going to describe to you other tips and strategies I recommend to my clients to get the overall best value for life insurance. If you like this video and you're interested in purchasing some kind of life insurance and just wanting to talk to somebody to get advice on where the best direction would be, I'd like you to do this. Go to buylifeinsuranceforburial.com. You can request a free quote. You can send us a message, or you can give us a call at 888-626-0439. Takes 10 minutes just to see what you may qualify for and run a quote for you, and then it's totally up to you what you like to do with it. My name is David Duford at Buy Life Insurance Burial. Thanks for watching. Bye.